I'm 36 now, ensuring that I'm growing and maturing, accomplishing my goals which every day I am pursuing. I'm never giving up on my life. It is a right to struggle and fight. I'm blessed with wisdom and insight. From my humble beginnings to K-Town, beside Chicago, that how my life experiences written in novels. For sitting in the house, visualizing my dreams, to see my music being promoted on the cinema screens. I'm taking care of myself while gaining knowledge of self and being conscious of my health. Not taking poisons of death. I'm once against the fuckery. Now with zero tolerance, I am promoting my brand while increasing my following. Over the past 50 years, I'm proud to be a Muslim and an African with Ghanaian roots. There is a cushion to mature and evolve, and taking care of my problems, endorsing black empowerment while staying involved. Elevation. My name is Abdullah, and I'm a hip hop MC, born and raised on the west side of Chicago. I've been an MC in this hip hop culture for over the past 22 years. I strongly endorse and incorporate all 4 elements of hip hop: MCing, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, and that 5th unwritten element, which is the knowledge, which encompasses all the elements of hip hop. Hip hop has been very paramount to my life, and to me, hip hop has been my life's calling or my life's mission. Too often I see many people having these gripes and complaints about rap music in particular, but they label it hip hop. And for the most part, I can understand their complaints. But my question to the people who are complaining is, are we complaining about the artists that make terrible music? Or are we or aren't we supporting the artists such as myself who are making genuine, positive, and enlightening hip-hop music? My style of hip-hop is very simple. The motto of my music is quality hip-hop based on a conscious level. Basically, my music is truth to power. And when I speak truth to power, I speak on a lot of things that so-called black people here in America and melanated people globally have experienced, have gone through, while in the same notion delivering messages of enlightenment, empowerment, independence, self-reliance, respect, love, and dignity. Basically, the type of music that I present paints the so-called black man in a positive light. Too often, we hear so many people complain about the violence that's in hip-hop music or rap music, the excessive use of materialism in the music, alcohol, drugs, misogyny, sex, destruction of collective of people, and all of these things that people have legitimate excuses and complaints about. However, I want to challenge the audience that actually does all of this complaining. I would like to challenge the audience to reassert your way of thinking when it comes to hip-hop. Believe it or not, hip-hop over the past going on 50 years now has truly transformed the entire planet to where it has brought a collective entity of races of people together. But more importantly for our people, hip-hop has changed the lives of millions of people. It has directly changed the lives of artists, producers, A&Rs, record execs, DJs, media personnel. From the 90s until now, hip-hop has been the most dominant and popular genre of music, not only in America, but throughout the world. And yes, we can say that the corporations have permanently altered hip-hop when they moved acts like Public Enemy out of the way in the early 90s and popularized gangster rap during that same time. However, during the age of the internet, we have the great opportunity of having artists who are either established or artists who are unknown to put out their messages of consciousness and of reality-based music out there to the world. So-called real hip-hop has always been in existence. The problem is most people refuse to look for it. And we cannot continue to live in a society where we're always complaining about the type of music that we're gravitating to by listening to it. It's simple. If you don't like the brand of hip-hop you're listening to, turn it off. Now, I get the messages that a lot of these mainstream artists and a lot of this mainstream music indulges into the minds of our people, especially our young children. And you're right. We have to do something about that because we don't want our children to be totally indoctrinated into thinking that they have to sell their bodies in order to be famous. They have to, quote unquote, act like a coon in order to be recognized. That they have to be rude, disrespectful, and ignorant in order to get popular. We don't want our young people growing up, moving forward, into insinuating that that's the best possible option for them. However, one of the biggest misdeeds that we do is we don't even support the artists who are putting out true quality music that can enable us to grow and do something productive for ourselves. I'm speaking on behalf of those artists that do not get the recognition because most people just like to have something to complain about. Artists like myself don't do this necessarily for money. We don't do this for fame. We don't do this to just get attention. Although those things will be very lovely. And yes, what artist doesn't want to get paid for their craft? What artist doesn't want to get recognition for something that they love to do? But I truly believe that we do ourselves a big disservice when we continuously ignore these artists simply because we don't want to think outside the box. We want to stay in this bubble where all we want to do is turn up and party. Wu-Tang said it best in 1997. You can't party your life away, drink your life away, smoke your life away, fuck your life away. Because the seeds will grow up the same way. But yet in 2020, we're still resonating those same sentiments that Wu-Tang was basically telling us to go against. I have a song on my last album entitled Black Manhood called Educated Black Man. And on the chorus, I simply say, I won't call you a nigga because you are my brother. I won't call you a bitch because you are my sister. Educated black man, that's the way that I'm living. Educated black woman, that's the way that you're living. But why aren't we promoting songs like that that's basically encouraging us to change the rhetoric of our language? Why aren't we promoting songs that's telling us, hey, look, brother, you don't have to call yourself a negative word. You don't have to look at yourself in the demeaning tone. You don't have to look at your woman in the same way. You can call her your sister. Sister, you don't have to look at him as something that's below or beneath you. Recognize and accept him as your brother. We don't like to promote positive images with music that is reflective of us growing and evolving as a people. Yet we're still complaining about the mainstream aspect of what is deemed hip-hop. That is not hip-hop. We need to understand the basic tenets of hip-hop. Love, peace, unity, having fun. That's it. Now as we're in this new phase of this spiritual enlightenment, and this new phase of this positive energy our people are slowly building themselves up to, we got artists like Lil Baby, who has made tons of songs about selling that work. Now he's beginning to, and I pray that he's beginning to see the bigger picture of using his platform to deliver a much needed message. And as an older man, I can greatly appreciate that. When younger artists want to grow, when younger artists want to learn more about themselves, when younger artists want to establish a positive rapport that they could deliver not only to their audience, but to the world at large, I truly believe we should encourage. Like myself, yes, I may not be popular, or I may be virtually unnoticed by most people, but when I'm out and about on the Chicago hip-hop and poetry scene, I'm always giving the younger people advice. I'm always encouraging the younger people on their performances. I'm always insinuating to the younger people to continue to network, continue to improve your stage performance, continue to grind and put yourself out there, continue to make music. Make music that is best suited for you. But make sure that your audience grows with you. The main thing that I teach is that I teach the younger generation about the elements of hip hop. Because as someone who has studied this culture, what good is it to me to have the information but not to give it back? I'm no different than the people who are complaining why rap music sucks so much. Instead of complaining about how detrimental the music has been, start asking yourself, why aren't you taking the time to look for artists that best suits what you actually want to listen to? We're out here, we're making dope music, we're putting out great messages, we're doing everything to stay on our grind and grow and evolve. But it would be nice if people would look at the bigger picture and actually influence artists who are putting out deadly music to influence them to go a different route, or give them some jewels. Give them some jewels on their mind so they can think about it. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of these younger people, especially these younger artists, they do want to learn. And if we're constantly complaining and having these gripes, that's because they aren't listening to our generation, then we're more of a detriment than these youngers are as a problem. As long as I continue to live, I will continue to be a representative of this culture of hip hop. I will continue to be a shining example for younger people. And I will continue to educate the younger generations on the beauty and essence of hip hop. And if they make music that I don't like, I just won't listen to it. At the end of the day, we have to be the change that we see. My change is continuing to do what I do with the brand of hip hop that I've always done. It's boom bap bass, but I can still get with any style, get on any beat and kill it. That's my way of challenging younger artists to do their thing. In closing, less complaints, more encouragement. And if we can't do that, just leave the music alone. This style of hip hop has to continue to grow. Our type of music has to continue to evolve. We have to continue to educate those that are not in the know of the knowledge and essence of hip hop. Because if you're an artist, if you do not know who Kool Herc is, Google him or get with people like myself to find out who Kool Herc is. If you're a student and if you just love hip hop, Learn about the South Bronx. Go to New York City every single year and go to the South Bronx. Go to 1520 Sedgwick Avenue, which is the birthplace of hip hop. Keep this date of August 11th, 1973 in your minds and in your heart. Because if you don't love hip hop and if you're only doing this just for money, hip hop isn't for you. But if you love hip hop or you claim to listen to the old school, teach the new school a little bit about the old school. And if they don't want to learn, wipe your hands with them. This is Abdullah. Hip hop gripes and complaints. More motivating, less complaining. Peace and love.